Hey, Scott Hilton, Scott Talks. I'm here to review the first 2 episodes of Chief of War, starring Jason Momoa and Tamara Morrison. I thought it was very good, very good. I checked the Internet Movie Database rating. It was 8.0 so far. And Shogun was 8.6. So it's a Shogun-like miniseries. Can be very violent at times. Jason Momoa's great at stuff like that. And it's a neat history of the main 4 Hawaiian islands and the different chiefs and things. And it happens just after Cook has already been there, so they've already seen the pale skins before. And they figured they've left. They beat them. They left, But, they'll be back. And it talks about the struggles of these tribes. Different chiefs wanting power, different ones wanting peace. And Jason Momoa just wanted to get away from all the war and the deception and the politics of all that. And we, of course, the pale skins will be back to create more conflict. So it's a neat history. It's like Shogun. There's a lot of subtitles because the Hawaiians are doing it in their traditional language. So we get to subtitle that, and then the pale skins are speaking in English, so we understand that, just like in Shogun. Shogun was excellent, so you're going to be putting your phones down and paying attention to this, because it's based on history, just like Shogun had that somewhat historical facts and things to it. This is the same way. And it's so far so good. 2 episodes in, they released on AppleTV Plus. Apple TV Plus always gets some of the highest rated stuff. Tim Cook said at the last big meeting that for 4 years in a row they've been voted, #1 streaming service of quality, because they got the good stuff. They hire the best writers, the best producers, the big stars, and Apple can afford to pay them and put out high quality content. So I encourage you to get Apple TV Plus. Try it out. If you only want to keep it to watch Chief of War, get it to watch Chief of War. Everyone's guilty of that. When House of the Dragon comes back to HBO Max, we'll probably be there. We've already got our Netflix to watch Wednesday. It happens. And there's tons of stuff to watch on Netflix, tons. So but you can get off of every once in a while. Get off of Netflix and rotate in and out and all that, and get some ads, so that it's not that big a deal. You get a few ads. They're not that big a deal right now. It's just like watching cable. Some of you dropped cable going, oh, I ain't going back to cable. And in the beginning, these streaming services didn't have ads, and you were like, ooh, I really got spoiled. But for us, Apple TV Plus still has no ads, and it's great. They'll mention F1 the movie about 8,000 times, but it's other than self-promotion, everyone does that. It's good. It's great. So I encourage you to, as I sit here in a beautiful Colorado, Florida, we had a little storm come by, and so it's a little cooler now. It's nice here. It's July 2025. Actually, it's August the 2nd, 2025. So Chief of War came out, double episode release, and Jason Momoa is Jason Momoa, man. He's excellent. So I would encourage you to see it. I would encourage you. If you Shogun fans, you remember what it was like. You couldn't be playing with your phone watching Shogun. You had to read those subtitles. And this will be the same thing. Put the damn phone down. Check your emails another day. Google search something else. Watch it, just put down the Instagram. Focus in, man. This is going to be quite the ride, quite the experience, it looks like. And you need to take it all in and enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy it. You've got a pause button. You can get up when you need to and let Jason Momoa take you on this ride. And we'll probably all want to go to Hawaii and visit some of these great places. And I'm sure they'll arrange some tours, Chief of War tours, see Maui, see the places they shot this thing, see Hawaii, Hawaii is the correct name. They all have accents on them, so I'm like, oh no. So I encourage you to watch it. I do. The historical facts and things for the Polynesian people. They've got as many Polynesian actors as they could get. They're really pushing to make this as authentic as they possibly can. And it's going to be a good ride. So I encourage you to get Apple TV Plus. There's tons of great stuff on Apple TV Plus. One of my guilty pleasures is Ted Lasso, Shrinking, and new show Stick, which has a very Ted Lasso feel to it with Owen Wilson. We're big For All Mankind watchers in our house. That's a huge alternate reality sci-fi show that we watch on Apple TV Plus. There's tons of great stuff. Monarch Legends of Monsters was neat. It was kind of a neat ride. And there's tons of stuff that I won't even remember to tell you. A lot of people still watch The Morning Show, one of the early launches. Or C was Jason Momoa's big Apple TV Plus project. When they first launched, Apple TV Plus launched with C and Jason Momoa. And they're sticking with the guy because he's a winner. You can't beat it. He's just been cast as Lobo in the new Supergirl movie. And believe me, that guy's born to play Lobo. In the comics, he's that crazy guy. Yeah, that's exactly how the character in Lobo is. So, yeah, this is going to be very good. This is going to be quite excellent. So I encourage you to get Apple TV Plus. Give a lot of those shows a try that you've never heard of, never seen. A couple of slow build shows are Invasion. Has Invasion of Aliens, and I didn't get into it until they actually showed the monsters. When they actually showed the aliens, I was hooked. That was it. Slow Horses, great show. Gary Oldman is just great, and it's a little slow build. You hang in there for more than 2, 3 episodes. You got to get in there until you realize Gary Oldman, this cranky old boss of these MI5 guys that messed up in the field, so they get sent to Slow House, and they're called Slow Horses. They get assignments. They get the crap assignments. And Gary Oldman's his boss. He's former MI5, and he's kind of the boss. But they secretly meet on the side. The lady in charge will meet up with Gary Oldman at the park. Here's some water. And they'll exchange, I need your team to do this. And he goes, well, I'll think about it. Maybe we can get this and this. And they'll work it out where his team has to do something. And it could be off the books because they don't want to embarrass themselves. And if they get caught doing something stupid, it's on them. It's the Slow House. It's not actually MI5. So, and he has a very cranky old man attitude towards the whole thing. And like he doesn't care about anyone or anything. But they're his team. And he may still treat them like crap, but you realize he's the smartest guy in the room. He knows what's going on. He knows all the maneuverings, the things going on, and it's neat to watch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when you figure that out, it becomes more fun then. And you see him embarrass MI5, and you're like, oh my gosh, he's just making these people just whatever. And Severance takes the slow build to join in. A lot of people call it the best show on TV. So there are a lot of great things on Apple TV Plus, and Chief of War just adds to it. I mean, I'm sure when the Emmys come out, they're going to be like, and this one for Chief of War. And, it's going to get a few nods. It's going to get some nods. It's going to be like Shogun. Shogun was huge on Hulu. And if you haven't seen that, you've got to see Shogun. It was amazing. And you got to put your phone down, just like Chief of War. You got to put the phone down. You got to read those subtitles, unless you speak fluent Japanese or something. So enjoy Apple TV Plus. Enjoy commercial-free, just watching stuff flow on the screen. You're not going to get the interruptions. You might get a little tag at the beginning where they're promoting F1 movie or some other show on Apple TV Plus, But like I said, everyone does that. Everyone says ad-free, and then you get it. And then sometimes live events and sports have ads because they're set up that way. And they're expensive to produce. So you have to forgive sports for having any kind of breaks in between the action. So accept that on any streaming service, just a little heads up. But get your Apple TV Plus, subscribe to it. You don't need an Apple device, all right? The high quality content you're gonna get and stuff you're gonna see will make it worthwhile. Watch Greyhound, the Tom Hanks movie you probably never even knew about because it didn't go to theaters, it went straight to Apple TV Plus. And what was it, Finch? I think his other movie is Finch. Or Fletch? Finch was the other Tom Hanks movie, but Greyhound's outstanding, really good. And there's some, you're going to go through the movie list on Apple TV Plus and go, I've never heard of any of these movies. You got all these great new things to watch, and these TV shows with stars you like. You're going to be like, well, wait a minute, I haven't heard of this, or wow, this looks interesting. Hijack, this looks interesting. And you're like, why haven't I heard of this? So get Apple TV Plus, watch cheap, and enjoy the ride with the rest of us. All right? Like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you learned anything. And have any doubters on Apple TV Plus, it's definitely worth the investment for your streaming sanity. It's summertime, man. None of that network stuff's out with their 22 episodes of whatever that fills the gap, and you can't watch anything else because you're busy watching network. Now's the time to get it, man. Now's the time. Okay? Have a good one.